The Showdown is not meant to cause offense or harm. The viewer acknowledges any reliance on the accuracy or completeness of said content should be done at their own discretion. The host apologizes in advance for any affront as a result of personal attacks.
Bob, when you hosted, did they put your face in with the cowboy hat?
No, they did not. They did not. I was, just keeping the seat warm.
They're telling me that they did.
They did, and I just didn't notice it? Can you pop that back up just for my
Joel
amusement?
Sherman has it on his stationery, but it's they don't have it up there for you. Right,
go figure. All right.
The David Ross thing seems wrong, right?
Yeah.
To me, it seems like, wait, I don't know what they owed him but it seemed like he was their guy. I thought he did a very good job. I've called a bunch of games here. You probably called a bunch of Cubs games where you could see if there's strategic errors being made. I didn't see them. I thought he did a very good job.
Yeah, and all indications are that he was well liked by the players. They responded to him, the good clubhouse atmosphere. I don't think the fact that they fell short of the playoffs and had a disappointing last week to 10 days
I didn't think that was on him.
Anything to do with it. Yeah. Well, I don't think it has anything to do with the Cubs' decision-making either. They saw a chance to get a guy who they think will make a significant difference, and Counsell really played this perfectly.
Yeah.
The Cubs were completely under the radar. He goes to Cleveland just as a courtesy thing, figure out what the market is.
The Mets are driving it.
The Mets are driving it. But all along, he said, one of the reasons why I wouldn't take this job or that, want to stay close to home. He talked about maybe taking a year off, 2 girls in high school and 2 boys playing baseball in the Big Ten. Now,
so he's more time with the family.
More
time with the family, right.
But now he's maneuvered himself to Chicago. Hour-and-a-half drive to home.
Mad Dog actually skewered that, I thought, quite well. It's not like that you get in your car, I think I'll just commute to Chicago. It's a different city. It's vastly different.
I understand, but still, you're close enough. You're close enough to get there now and then.
I guess so. You go fishing, too, up in, while you're up in Wisconsin.
Whitefish Bay.
I thought, like, a number of managers should have been held accountable this year. I thought a few. I don't like to say guys should get fired, but actually, David Ross, Buck Showalter, and Gabe Kapler weren't among them. I thought those guys actually did a very good job up until recently, and I thought the Mets owed Buck Showalter at that 3rd year.
Of course they did. And now the way this is played out, there's no way in the world that you would fire Buck Showalter in order to hire Carlos Mendoza. You just wouldn't.
I'm stunned. Again, he did them proud that first year.
Of course he did.
See it discarded like that.
He's a four-time manager of the year. Now, with the Giants, the thinking might have been not so much we've had it with Gabe Kapler, but we see a chance. We're reading the tea leaves. Maybe there's behind-the-scenes conveation.
That Bob Melvin would be available.
Bob Melvin.
But Melvin not coming off his best year either with the Padres, right? I mean,
no, but like Showalter, he's at least 3 times. Showalter's 4-time manager of the year.
Established track record.
Melvin is either 3 or 4.
If I'm a GM this free agent class, by the way, I'm out. I'm all but out.
You're completely out?
I'm not completely out. International is different, but the top 25, I think I like 2 guys.
Well, if you're the Yankees, you'd go after Cody Bellinger, wouldn't you?
No, but for what he's going to cost, Cody Bellinger over the last 3 years has an OPS plus of 92.
Yes, but
he had a good year this year.
Yes, he did.
But he had a 44 OPS plus 2 years ago. That would concern me if I'm backing up the truck.
The Yankees have the money. It's a question of how they spend it.
But you have the money until suddenly it's all tied up. Yeah, but it's all tied up. Then next thing you know, hey, we have the money. Oh, it's all with Stanton. We have aircraft carriers everywhere. You can't have them all the time.
They're going to have to figure out what they're going to do with someone like Stanton. Are they going to eat all or a substantial portion of that contract
that they should
in order to allow them to make other moves?
Yeah, who do you like then? Give me somebody you like on the free agent market.
If you need frontline pitching, Aaron Nola. Blake Snell's going to win the Cy Young Award, coming off a terrific year.
Blake
Snell, Nola or Snell.
Last 3 years, Snell is averaging 146 innings a season. He had a very reliable year this year.
Yes,
but year to year, mercurial. Aaron Nola, for all his strikeouts, he strikes out a ton. He doesn't walk anybody. His ERA plus the last 3 years, Bob, 102. He's barely above league average. Well, his run prevention is league average.
You know what happens. Happened with Robbie Ray recently.
What happens?
You have a really good year just prior to hitting the market, and maybe the market overvalues you a little.
But he's not even great. I know the play. Look, when I see Aaron Nola, I think that's a premier pitcher, right? But the numbers say otherwise, and now you're paying retail for that. So everybody's got like Sonny Gray up and down, Soler, Eduardo Rodriguez, Teoscar, Giolito. Like everybody's Stroman, Jack Flaherty. There's a lot of flawed guys.
Everyone you mentioned except Teoscar Hernandez is a pitcher. So there's a lot of pitching out there.
A lot of flawed league average pitching. A lot of mercurial pitching, as
Would you rather go international with Yoshinobu Yamamoto?
Would. Yes, I would. Absolutely.
Whose numbers in Japan are staggering.
No, and go for that. And you see them in the WBC. It's not like, oh, could they pitch in the United States? But
there he is. But there's only one of him, though.
Yeah. Oh, all right. But if I'm going to back up the armored car with all that cash, I'd rather go for him than guys who have like erratic performance, and they all do. And look, Shohei Ohtani is the best pitcher in the world, right? But he's not pitching this year.
Well, he's not the best pitcher, but he's great.
Oh, I think he could be number one if that's all he did.
If that's all he did.
If that's all he did.
Yeah,
he's a great hitter, but now you're going to spend $50 million a year for a DH?
Somebody's going to either spend that or come close to it on the hope that he'll be able to pitch in 25 and then be a good DH in 24 in the meantime.
Let somebody else do that. Don't you think?
But
you're looking to win a championship. Once somebody else
does that, then your shot at it is gone.
Good. Like $50 million for one guy. If you pay more than 18% for one player, Bob, I think you sink yourself.
I agree with you in general, but somebody out of 30 teams, and in truth, not all 30 teams are in the market for someone like Ohtani, but somebody out of that group of teams is going to make that bold move. And it's either going to backfire or they're going to look like a genius.
By the way, I can go down like Mitch Garver, Hector Neris, Jock Peterson, Adam Duvall, Seth Lugo, Kevin Kiermaier. There are guys down lower that aren't going to be costing me $300 million that are going to be very good players.
Justin Turner's still a good player, but in his late 30s, there's a gamble.
Now we're talking. Let's go easy on the pocketbook, Bob.
Yeah.
You and your pocket squares and your fancy belts, and then you bring that up. Keep going shopping. Bob, take it easy.